All right, coming up next, it's a women's bantamweight tilt between Alexis Davis and Ashlee Evans-Smith. Well, she is about as accomplished a submission specialist as we have in this division, and candidly, not many women are able to stand up to that type of challenge.
It's very difficult to try and fight a specialist in the position that they are so good at getting you to, because it's her ability to trick you into grappling with her that makes her so special. And when you're on step 2 of a jiu-jitsu exchange, she's already graduated.
Right.
School's already out of session by the time you're ready to go into the classroom, because the moment you leave any limb hanging, you leave the arm down, arm bar is already thrown up on you. You get too low on her hips, she throws up the triangle choke. If you get too high with your body, she'll be rolling knee bar, ankle lock, leg lock. It does not matter. There are just so many submissions in her arsenal that you are constantly in danger.
School's out for summer, champ. We'll see how quickly she can get this fight to the ground tonight. Well, she's about as well-rounded as it gets, DC, and I know you didn't have the benefit of starting as a striker back in the day. First day she stepped in a gym, she was mixing all the different disciplines, and the results certainly speak to that commitment and dedication.
It shows. It shows in her ability to fight high-level competition right away. She does not need fights to build her up. She's prepared to fight the wrestler. She's prepared to fight the grappler. She's prepared to do a kickboxing match with the best kickboxer. Her life has prepared her for these moments. All the training, all the sessions, all the private sessions has made her ready to compete for a title right away.
Yeah, I would agree, and at least the early returns are that she looks comfortable and confident in every discipline and every martial arts situation. All right, just about ready for live action. Here is tonight's tale of the tape. 2 years apart, these two fighters with similar height and reach. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record of 6 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Ashlee Evans-Smith. And now introducing your opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 21 wins, 11 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, Alexis Davis! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so here we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, at T-Mobile Arena. It's hard to believe this venue hasn't even been open 5 years when you think about all the big events it has held. Conor versus Khabib. You beat Stipe to become a double champ inside these very walls. You get chills being back tonight, champ.
I'm getting chills being back at the T-Mobile Arena. I love this venue. And I'm going to tell you one last thing before the fight night starts. After you're done, take a walk outside and take a gander at the side of the building. You can see your boy DC prominent up high in the rafters, holding up those 2 titles.
Davis is looking for that arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Nicely done. Her ground and pound is downright scary, in constant pursuit of the finish. Might get it here.
She does a really good job of throwing punches with intent. She never just throws just to be thrown. Every punch is meant to land, and every punch is meant to start a finish.
Big left hand lands upstairs.
That one is going to end the fight. Again, back into this position.
Big knee lands there.
Oh, beautiful level change. Davis
is in half guard. In full guard now, DC, and I know when you're in this position, you're looking to pass the half guard pretty quick.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to get the half guard so I can start to get up ground and pound. This is exactly what she needs to do. Not only does it get you to a position to get off ground and pound.
Attempting an arm bar here.
An attacking arm bar.
Nicely done. Oh, nice job by her to posture up there. Now we'll see if she can maintain that separation.
She has to recognize that her opponent will start trying to squirrel away now, but look for her big ground and pound.
Oh, how about that reversal by her there, champ?
That is a fantastic transition by this young lady. What a job.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Davis. Man, she's got some good ground and pound and putting that part of her game to good use tonight.
She's putting it to great use, just really damaging from the top position.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Alexis Davis. Little cut below that left eye. Under 2 minutes now to go in round one. When you get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, how good is her arm bar? We'll see if she can set it up here.
Attacking arm bar.
Nicely done. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Well, you got to try to stay busy off of your back. She's doing it here. Nice punch. All right, so she's able to work her way back to her feet now.
Clinch. Look at how she drives her knee right into her opponent's midsection.
They continue to exchange. All right, so again, the fighters clinch here. Kind of had an inkling we'd find ourselves back in this situation.
Absolutely. You get up, you go down as another takedown attempt lands.
Davis is now trying for the Kimura.
The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap. Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Davis. Final seconds of round one. Good ground and pound by her here. She felt like she could finish the fight with her ground strike. Oh, saved by the bell. Round over. And the finish came just in time. Thought maybe she might tap there, but you know how tough she is. So the submission attempt right at the end of the round, saved by the bell, back to the stools they go. We'll see if she can recover in time for this next round. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Come on, look alive. Stay alert. With that, our next round is underway, and certainly coming in here tonight, DC, her focus was submission defense. It absolutely held up in the previous
round. It held up. When you're going to fight a great submission artist like this, you have to be prepared, and she is that. She's very prepared to defend every submission. Oh, that's a nice strike. More clinching.
All right, she's landed some pretty good shots here tonight, but still, DC, unable to string any solid combinations together.
I just don't believe she's confident in being in there. She's very aware of her opponent's power, so it's making her limit her activity on the inside. Throw that out the window. You're the faster fighter. You're successful. Let those combinations string together.
So the straight punch is there for her. Beautifully split the guard on that attempt.
Even though her opponent's hands were up, she threw it right down the middle and landed exactly where she intended it to. Nice kick.
Oh, combination lands for her there. It's hard to recall a past fight of hers in which her striking has looked this fluid.
She's sharp as a tack. Sharp as a tack. Everything is landing. She's doing a great job.
All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success with this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the ground.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement that she's showing on the ground.
Oh, nice job by her there to land yet another takedown. I got to think at Gilroy High School wrestling practice next week, we're going to be watching this film.
I mean, we will show it. I will pull out the projector, put it up on the wall, and say, this is how you secure takedowns in a big environment. The state tournament has nothing on what this young lady's going through. Dig and kick.
Evan Smith gets lit up by that straight punch. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown D? Evan Smith gets caught with that punch. Oh, she's really starting to put together some significant body shots here, attacking both sides now.
Again, in the clinch.
All right, so now she engages in the tie clinch, and shot by her right over the top. Her opponent in a world of trouble now.
Her opponent's in a world of trouble. She landed that punch in the exact spot that she needed to.
Oh, straight right.
There's no give on that leg kick. Big punch from the clinch.
Oh, man, her face is painted with blood now. Nice punch there by Davis.
Oh, nice.
Good series of strikes fired there. Davis gets the double leg takedown. How good was that? Oh, the right hand is there for her. Well, she was long on grappling experience coming into the UFC, and you see her chops here. Just beautiful when it comes to the transition. Now potentially working on a submission instead.
Now it's starting to slip under the neck. There it is.
Nicely done. Man, she is just non-stop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. All right, so her ground control is outstanding. Half guard is when she's at her most dangerous.
Yes, she's at her most dangerous when she has a half guard because she's so brutal with the ground and pound. She likes to go after fighters and really wear on them, force them to make decisions to give their back so that she can chase her submission, or they're going to lay on their back and just get beaten up from the top from that beautiful half guard position.
Great movement by her here on the ground, and she just does it so fluidly and so easily. It's really a sight to behold.
You can tell that she's been a lifetime developing this skill with the way that she's able to move with so little effort on the mat.
And the horn sounds on round two. All right, an interesting 60 seconds now between rounds as the round comes to an end. And of course, we're talking about that cut on her cheek. If that thing gets any worse, you got to think they're going to stop the fight. Location is fine, but the blood flow is not. All right, so there's the horn. The round is over, and we've got more fighting. It looked like maybe we'd get a finish there after she landed upstairs.
Well, she was excited. She thought it was done. How does she reshift? How does she get herself back in the moment to try to repeat what she just did, but also top it and actually get the finish?
You ready? You ready?
Here we go. Now 5 minutes remain in the fight. Throws the punch there and connects. Nice job by her there.
Nice job. Nice punch. in to get very active. If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, and try to find space. What a takedown.
Davis is looking for that arm triangle now.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Oh, she's got the full mount now, DC. Her ground and pound is fantastic, and maybe that'll open the door for a submission.
It will have to open the door, because if she rushes, she'll fall off to the side. In the top position, especially in the full mount, you've got to be very, very patient. You cannot rush. Everything needs to matter, because it won't take much. You're sitting on the person's chest or sitting on their hips, fully on top of them. It won't take many of the big ground strikes. Take your time, find your submission. She needs to do that. Punch, punch, punch. When her opponent gets desperate, latch onto an arm, go and attack that arm down.
Nice punch by Evan Smith. All right, so will the elbows and knees suit? Davis gets the double leg takedown. Attempting a choke now.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. Oh.
Nicely done. Oh, sage work from the bottom here as she tags her with the punch. Evan Smith gets back up again. Oh, beautifully done there. She lands another strike to the body.
Big punch land. Ooh.
Evan Smith's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling.
Another clinch position.
Oh, that right hand is on point.
The cardio you must have in order to secure this many takedowns.
How good is her movement here on the ground, right? Shades of Ray Borg, just transitioning so beautifully.
Yeah, she's so good at transitions and movement. Her ability is unmatched.
Oh, that's a beautiful escape and reversal by her there.
Unbelievable sweep. She did a fantastic job of manipulating the weight to change the position.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, full guard now, DC. She's on the bottom. What is she trying to do?
Well, she's got to throw up submissions to try to put her opponent on awareness. And these submissions will be used to reverse the position. Even if it gets defended.
Davis is looking for that arm triangle.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, you gotta stay busy from the bottom position. Can't falter here. She's doing a nice job. Under a minute now to go in the fight. Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the ground.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement that she's showing on the ground.
All right, so we got a little bit of separation now, but watch out for the setup. You got to think she's going to shoot for another takedown here.
She's going to shoot for another takedown, and it may not look pretty. It may be her taking a shot from halfway across the octagon. As long as she gets into contact, she is comfortable because she wants to fight down on the floor.
Well, she was long on grappling experience coming in. Davis is looking for that arm triangle now. What else can you say but what a fight? All right, so the fighters go the distance here tonight, and she really put it all together on the feet as we show you some of the highlights from the fight.
It's all come full circle for this young lady. She said on Thursday that we would see a better version of her than we did the last time she was in the octagon. I will take that a step further and say that this is the best we've ever seen. She should win a pretty clear decision.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Judges' scorecards for decision. All three judges scored this contest 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Alexis Davis.
All right, so she finally cracks a smile there. She gets her hand raised by unanimous decision, and certainly at times looked like maybe the finish would materialize. It didn't. Nonetheless, she gets a W, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day.
If you were waiting for that smile, it wasn't going to happen until the fight was over. Now she can relax a little bit.
Two-seater, let you kick